Another crazy challenge. Have you all tried this? Have you all painted with all your acrylic paints? I would love to know. As you also know, I have a lot of paint, but there's also a lot of different ones from the same color. So I'm going to be choosing one for the ones that I have multiple, and then I will not be using the super tiny acrylic paints that come in sets. So here's the brushes that I'm going to be using. And here is the piece that I'll be doing. I've seen both versions. I've read the manga. I saw the live action movie, which I love. Not everybody liked it, but I did. As you saw here, I covered my pencil sketch with some watered down acrylic paint. I just add just enough water to the white acrylic paint to make it a little bit more transparent, and that's a great coverage for your pencil so it won't smear when you paint above or underneath it. So first I'm going to start off with all my blues, as you can see here. And let me tell you, this piece was already hard enough to do, and trying to put all these colors into this piece was crazy. I just don't know why I do this to myself every week. I really try to like push the art challenge further with these crazy challenges. But I mean, it was fun, and I think I probably succeeded. I don't know. I'll let you all be the judge of that. But it was kind of really hard to try to paint this in a style where I can get as much paint in there. If you're all enjoying this kind of content, please consider subscribing, giving this video a like, and leaving a comment down below. It helps the channel a lot. But I do post Mondays. So here are all the red paints. I have a lot of red paints. Now, I don't prefer the ones that say cadmium ones because those have lead in them. So once I finish those, I will not be using them anymore. That's why I had the big permanent red paint there, as you saw, because that's the one I preferred versus the cadmium. Now, I do want to point out here that I did not notice this till the very end when I was signing my painting, was his shoulder right there. His left side looks kind of weird. So I'll probably go back in there and fix it some other day. Right now, we're just gonna leave it as it is. I like this anime. Edward Alphonse and all the characters in the series are really entertaining. I love the stories. I like that actually the first season or the first anime was based off the manga, but then when they surpassed the manga, they continued their own story. Then they did a second version of this series once the manga was completed to stay more accurate to the manga. So now we're going to go ahead and use the black paint here and the one silver, one gray that I have. And then they also had some movies, which I saw as well. And like I mentioned, the live action movie. So this is one of my favorite animes of all time. And I'm doing the yellow paint, as you can see here. And this is where I discovered that 2 of the small paint tubes were completely dry, like right here. So I'm gonna have to try to salvage the paint, like pour it in a container and try to salvage it, try to reactivate it with a little bit of water or medium, or just toss them. So I left them there for you to see that both of those yellows are completely dry. Could not use them. And it's kind of a waste. That's why it's important to just don't get too many acrylic paints. I haven't painted in a long time with acrylics. I used to paint a lot. That's why I accumulated so many paints. But then I kind of stopped and I went on with other kind of mediums, or I just didn't do any art for a while. So that's why these paints got dry, because of the heat down here in Texas. Because they were sealed perfectly fine, and a lot of them, you could see that the binding was already separating. So now moving on to the skin, and I showed you all the browns and skin tone colors, and it was really cool to use the Sennelier, and that's the only one I own from that acrylic. Pretty much almost done breaking up mainly most of the paints. I still need the greens, the purples, and a few other additions. So here I'm just roughing in everything so that way I can start going in there with more detail, making sure what colors are there. So these are the last ones at this point that I still needed to use, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm not gonna make it. I'm gonna fail this challenge. There was just so many paints left. Okay, there were the greens, the purples, a few of the berries, and some really weird ones, like colors. Then I wasn't able to use the sprayers, which is fine because I kind of put them in there, but I really wasn't going to use them to begin with, but I wanted to use them for like maybe texturing. But again, a lot of the paints that I use are very similar to those colors, so it's fine that I didn't use them for this challenge. I think that didn't make me fail because, like I mentioned, they were just sprayers, and I didn't want to like do the stencils to try to like cover everything because stuff goes everywhere. So now here I'm going in there with the detail now, and I'm starting with the face first. So I'm doing the eyes, and this is where I use the gold that I still needed to use. I just put a little bit around his eyes that was in the middle of the black or dark brown outline of his eye and the yellow. So I just put like some gold there, and then I didn't get to use my silver. Now that I remember, I forgot to use my silver. I can go back in there and put a little bit on the gray parts. So that's one of the ones I didn't get to use. So then I'm defining the shirt he has, and it just, oh, now that I know that the shoulder looks so weird, I can't stop staring at it. I'm so sorry I didn't catch it before. I was just all over the place, that I didn't really get to see the whole piece like all together till the very end when I was filming the end parts of the video, and I was like, no. So now I'm doing the hair, and I'm going back in there with two of the main colors, and I really enjoyed this part because acrylic paints have a really ugly phase, and it's a very long phase where it looks ugly. When you're finally putting on the details, the shadows, and the highlights and outlining, that's when everything comes together, and then you're like, yes, let's keep going, right? So we're coming here towards the end, and I'm putting the details on Alphonse and his armor, and this is all just the gray, and I'm gonna go ahead and add some tint at the top, which actually turned out to be a little bit more green blue versus the baby blue that I was looking for, which is fine though, because if I had used the blue that I wanted, it probably would have blended too much with the background. So here is the paints that I didn't get to use. I didn't get to use any of the script liners, which is fine with the script liners because a lot of them are similar, but I was hoping to use the copper because I don't have any copper in actual other different paint. But that is the ones that I was not able to use. I did show you the purple one. I did end up using that one, so I did manage to use it at the end, add detail on Alphonse's armor. But here in the video it looks like grayish, but it's more like a purple blue kind of color. So here's the final piece. I love how it turned out. So again, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Oh my gosh, can I own any more acrylic paints? Like, seriously? That's a lot of paint.